Good afternoon. It's Joy Bazen, and I'm coming to you with another ovarian cancer update on August 18th, 2023. I want to first start off with a little sad news of an acquaintance of mine that I've known through the years from the gym. We used to kind of chat on the elliptical when I was doing the elliptical. I didn't really know her very well, but I know she has been battling ovarian cancer, I think since October, and she passed away on Wednesday. She was very loved, very big personality, just has taught in the community for like 44 years. I don't feel really comfortable saying her name on video, but I do want to send out my prayers and condolences to her family and her friends and everybody who knew and loved her. And I just, it just hits hard when, somebody's been struggling with the same thing you're struggling with and it doesn't end the way you would like it to end. Because this lady had a lot more life, a lot more to give. And it's just, just a reminder that none of us know how our journeys are going to end. And we just need to be prepared. And for that if it doesn't go the way we hope it goes, that we're prepared for death. And it just hurts my soul to see so many people hurting and so many kids that have had her and had sat in her class and all the memories and everything all the knowledge she imparted on those kids over the years. It's just, it was a blessing to have known who she was. I wish I would have known better. I wish I would have reached out. I thought about reaching out to her several times and then thought, well, she doesn't really know me very well and I don't want to be all, I don't know, in her face about anything, and if she didn't want to talk about it. Some people don't talk about it like I do, so I didn't want to be inconsiderate, but now in retrospect I wish I kind of would have reached out to her and talked to her more. We live and we learn, don't we? So I want to start off by just remembering her and telling everybody who's watching this video, who knows who I'm talking about, sorry, very sorry. Anyway, now I had chemo on Wednesday and it went well and I'm doing well. I am full of energy and well, you are typically full of energy the first few days because you take some steroids after chemo, so you're kind of full of energy. But I've been full of energy and feeling well, no negative side effects. I took the new medication, Ovarian, and so far so good. It didn't seem to have any kind of negative effects on me as of yet. I do have to watch my blood pressure with the Ovarian just to make sure, Avastin, to make sure my blood pressure doesn't go up, because I have really good blood pressure and I don't want to have high blood pressure anyway, so I don't want that added complication. The only thing that didn't go well at chemo was that I haven't had a port put in. I only expected to take 6 treatments at most, and I decided just to do it IV. But when I went to get my CT scan, they had trouble with my left arm trying to find a vein. They had to bring the ultrasound and the guy to find a vein. And then at chemo, they had trouble finding a vein on my right side. And it was I was worried that I wasn't going to get chemo. But they were like, you will get your chemo. We will figure this out. But they struggled, and it was bothering me a little. It's not comfortable. It doesn't hurt all that bad, but I'd prefer them not dig in my arm so much. So I was really concerned about my veins blowing out. But the head manager, at the chemo place. He was awesome. He came and he was looking for a vein. And I said, have you found it? And he says, I already have the IV in. So he found the vein. So I was talking to my nurse navigator yesterday, and I was asking her, should I get a port? And she says, you know, you have 3 weeks in between chemo, you go to a different arm. She said, if you have trouble next time, maybe we'll consider putting a port in. She says, we don't typically make, since the ovarian cancer patients are, they've got more time in between. Like I have a 3-week, I do chemo every 21 days. So she says that, and it's not as many chemos. They don't usually say get a port. They're like, you don't have to get that if you don't want. So she said it's basically my decision and my choice, and I'm trying to avoid an extra procedure or 2 extra procedures. And anyway, we'll see next time how it goes. So pray that they're able to find a vein next time I get my chemo. Also, I want to thank my mom. Y'all. I can't think of a better person on the face of this earth. And if you know her, you know what I mean. She's been so helpful. She comes the day before chemo and she stays, like she stayed till this morning, and she just helps me do whatever I need to do. And I haven't needed much help. When she's glad that I don't need much help. So she's like, this is the easiest thing I've ever done. But, you know, it's just, I'm just grateful to have her here and to have her be willing to come sit with me through chemo, and to go run and get lunch for me during chemo, and to go maybe grocery shopping, you know, like she just does. I just feel like she's just the epitome of what a mom should be. And I want to thank her immensely for her help. You know, now that Greg's gone back to school, it's you know, hard for him to take off every time I have chemo or surgery or whatever. So we're trying to, you know, try and have him go to work instead of having to take off of work a lot. Another thing that went on today that was exciting was seeing Mary Lou and Sherry Bass and Bruce for lunch. We went and met them for lunch, and Mary Lou's been gone for about 9 years now. She moved, and you know, she's one of my OG old gangster MFs, my math friends, that she's one of the ones that pretty much adopted me when I was an English teacher on a majority of math hall, and they loved on me even though I taught English and I knew nothing about math. And let me tell you, they were great to work with, and I got to have lunch with them today, and it was a lovely time catching up with them. And the last time I had seen Mary Lou was back in 2016 when Tracy and I took a road trip to North Carolina, and we were on our way home, and Mary Lou offered a place to stay that night on our way home, so we didn't have to make the whole trip back, because we were leaving Asheville, and we didn't have to make the whole trip back, you know, that evening. So was always grateful for her and Bruce for opening up their home to us back then, and being able to just visit with them for a little bit, have lunch, dinner with them and all. But I was grateful that she contacted me while she was in town, and we were able to get together for lunch. It was lovely. It was lovely seeing them. You see these little things? They're good for my soul, y'all. They're good for my mentality. Just little bitty excursions with interesting people just really makes me happy. And I need to reach out to Sherry more, because we're both here and there's no reason why we don't see each other more often. So Sherry, coming at you, girl. Get ready. Which makes me want to sing get ready, get ready. Anyway, my DJ Jubilee. But anyhow, what else do I have to say? Still don't know. Oh, I know what I'm going to say. Cancer antigen numbers went down again, from 283 down to 266. I might have said 238 on my last video. I got my numbers all reversed, but it's it's trending downward from 283 to 266, which is good. But I talked to my nurse navigator yesterday. We were talking about the cancer antigen, and she says it's a great number to watch, and it's important to watch, and it tells us a lot. But it also picks up on any inflammation in our body. So sometimes you get kind of a false positive from it, and she just wanted me to be wary about that. So I'm learning something new all the time about things, and that's something similar to what another doctor had told me, why they don't give cancer antigen tests regularly to women when they go in for the OBGYN appointments, because of that fact. They don't want somebody thinking they've got ovarian cancer when they don't, So anyway, that explains things. Also, when I do get my operation, it'll probably, hopefully, if all goes well, it'll probably be at the end of October, and I'll probably have it at the main Ochsner campus on Jefferson or at Baptist Hospital. Not positive, but I'm not going to have it here in Slidell. That I'm going to have to be in New Orleans probably for 2 or 3 days after surgery as well. I'm going to be in the hospital. So, just pray for Greg, who's working and tutoring, and that it's not as convenient as, of course, I would like. However, I have a great doctor, and I'll take a great doctor over convenience any day of the week. So anyway, I want to remind you that if you want to follow me on YouTube, please follow me at Joy by Zen. I'm posting my videos there as well, trying to get a podcast going, trying to get a following. The problem is I get like 1,300 views on Facebook, but they don't go to YouTube because I still don't know how to do that. I guess I have to just Google it, like everybody else does. I've tried. It just doesn't go to my main wall. It doesn't go to where people see I posted something. It goes to my wall, but it doesn't go to the wall that everybody can see off of. I'm not understanding it. I tried to post the link, copy the link. It didn't take it that way. And I tried to share it, and it didn't take it that way. So I'm still learning, and I haven't really gotten any farther with it than I was before, or any further with it, shall I say. I'm sorry, that I was before. Anyway, so we'll see if somebody will save me, like my nephew Gregory. He knows almost everything, so especially about technology. So I need to get these young people and figure out how they do these things. So anyway, so I'm doing well, taking every day as it comes, appreciating the good times immensely and the people in my life I'm so blessed to have, giving it to God. It's all in God's hands. Praying. I love the prayers. Please keep the prayers coming in. Just pray for, please pray for my acquaintance that passed away. Pray for her family. God knows who she is, and, and all the people that are affected by this loss. So, y'all have a great day, and I hope to talk to you probably next week. Bye-bye.